Yeah, I am the mongoose, but you can just call me Goose. I'm also a failed actor and writer who now moonlights as a Medicare salesman, but after going 5-1 last week, in the words of Lil Wayne, get, I'm a fireman. And I don't just mean that on Saturday nights at your local bachelorette party in the mid-Atlantic, but yes, I mean that too. To my right, failed human being in general, the Sicilian $1 million Don, crushing skulls flatter than the pancakes at your local Cracker Barrel. Don't call him a cracker or Anglo-Saxon because he's so Italian he lists other on the census. He is the co-creator of the Nelson Paloozas that became the stuff of legend when kids from every high school in Berks County, Pennsylvania invaded my cabin in the woods. They called him the E. Stroudsburg Screwball for the batters he struck out and the frat girls he plowed out. America's favorite degenerate gambler, Sal Baps.
Dude, that party, man.
Do you remember?
Yes.
Do you remember literally you sticking a firecracker in my ass?
In your ass and lighting it.
That shot out of my ass. Like, that was around, like, Jackass time.
Why can't we live in a world... Like, we just missed the technology
I know.
where we wouldn't have to do this show.
Because there was people who filmed it, but it was on, like, fucking, like, Nokia flip phones.
It was flip phones, and it looked like it was... Like, the recording of it looked like... It was from Bin Laden's cave.
I was just going to say it looked like war footage that somebody was like getting killed.
Yeah, it was like one of those Afghan videos of like you'd watch on Live Leak.
I literally pooped chard for like 3 solid days after that, by the way. I literally thought that I, was going to have to go to the hospital.
Dude, I orchestrated a way that every high school in this entire county,
I remember,
which by the way is like 50 fucking schools.
By the way, I just
end up at this cabin.
I remember you literally sticking the stick of the firecracker in your mouth first before you stuck it in my ass, which was very, very courteous.
I thought that was extremely courteous.
Very courteous.
I did not want to just go in.
Yeah.
I thought that would be a little rough.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, man, we're doing well. 5-1 show overall, 17-7 collectively.
Yeah, and
sorry about the boss cock lock. Look, explain what happened. Tell them.
So just to reiterate that, we both went 5-1 last week. Each. We are 17-7 on the pick sixes through the first 2 weeks of the season. Fucking crushing it. Crushing it.
We are doing better than paid cappers that people pay money to.
True. Now, we did have the boss cock lock, the USC Stanford over.
They gave up, man. I mean, look, they lost when you're up 50-3, what's the incentive?
It was 49-3. USC was up at half.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to go on a little tirade here, Sal Baps, and this happened in the boss cock lock. This also happened in the one and only game I lost. College injuries, where you literally hear nothing about a quarterback injury all week. And then the game starts and your star quarterback is out. Case in point, Ole Miss traveled to Tulane. I was all over those Tulane Green Wave, those beautiful uniforms.
They're so dope.
Star quarterback Michael Pratt. Guess what happened?
Didn't play.
Michael Pratt didn't play. There was nothing in the news all week. Stanford didn't start their star quarterback, who absolutely lit up Hawaii.
That's why we lost.
He didn't play at all. That's why I expected Stanford with their new, Troy Taylor offense put up at least 17. Didn't happen. USC goes up 49-3 at half. These plays, we were on the right side. Not our fucking fault. This is the one and only thing about college football that needs to become like the NFL. We need to have actual clarity and no confusion on these depth charts. I'm looking at you, Kyle Whittingham, University of Utah. You are so fucking famous for this. You fucked me so many times on injuries. This is bullshit. The amount of gambling money that's going into the sport, the way that college football is now embracing it, you must change this. You must have NFL-style disclosures on injuries.
Yeah, look, I mean, if you're going to let us bet on this shit, you got to, I mean, at least tell us who's playing. Right? Am I wrong? Like,
yeah.
I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, and I get it.
I mean, it's not just like, like a right tackle's out, or these are like star players.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't the third guy in the depth chart. Like I want to know your starters, your boys going to war. I want to know who I'm betting on.
I felt so bad for you on that Tulane shit. I mean,
Tulane still almost pulled it out. By the way, that's more
which
an
proves
indictment.
it would have hit.
That's more of an indictment on Ole Miss, though.
And then you'd be wearing this money chain right now.
I would be wearing the money chain,
but we tied, which just it stays on me.
Stays on you. Money chain stays on Sal Baps. Sal Baps, it was a hell of a week. We're going to get to it as far as some calls and puts, but just give the audience a quick update on FFCC. From what I understand, you are taking Sark out. Is that correct?
Sark has definitely got out. He's gone. I mean, you go into Bama and win, even though this isn't a great Bama team. You go into Bama and win. Mm-hmm. You earn my respect. I mean, Texas... look, I can't believe I'm saying this. I really hate this. The whole is Texas back whole thing. Like I've been avoiding it like the plague, but they might be back. But we'll get into a little bit about their game.
Okay.
In the show because I think we have similar conclusions on what we're going to do with Texas this week.
May I make a suggestion for somebody?
You can nominate, but I have not given you the major news first.
Okay.
You know about.
Okay.
Mel Tucker.
Whoa!
If you've been living under a rock and haven't seen this guy.
Dude, just stroking it. Which, by the way, can I be honest? Like, I'm not going to hate on this guy because literally at my job just a couple of weeks ago, I sent a dick jerk-off video to one of my bosses. So, like, I'm not going to be a fucking hypocrite and be like, oh, I would never do that. I literally just did it. But having said that...
Do we support this? Is it justice for Mel? I mean, look, the thing is you didn't do it to... a professional like extortion artist and rape victim. Right. I mean, she's known for this, right?
Yeah.
Like her gig is she goes to school, she talks about her what happened to her sexually in the past, and no judgment here, but like this story, have you read it? It seemed consensual. Yeah. It seemed like they developed a little bit of some freaky phone stuff. Yeah. The dude whipped it out and she didn't hang up exactly.
True.
It was a 40-minute phone call.
True.
If you weren't feeling it, there's a button.
Yeah, I mean, when I sent my dick video, I knew 100% that, it was not going to strike out. So there is that. But usually if someone is that mortally offended...
I can't believe he did this, though. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I mean, I'm not defending his job. I mean, he's got to go, right? Because the kids are never going to look at him at the same again.
All right. I mean, I have more respect for him now as a coach. I'm like, what was that? You can't cover three on which defensive back?
Dude,
yes, sir. Mr.
Their
Johnson.
literal meme that they use on MSU Twitter is literally Tuck coming. So the fact that was already their like call, now you got the Tuck coming for real shit.
Tuck coming on your face, Big Ten.
I mean, he's got to go.
Big Ten football.
Is this a little bit orchestrated with Michigan State here to get out of this contract? Let's be real.
Oh, 100%. This is Michigan State.
They knew about this for a year.
Yeah,
One year they knew about this for, and now it just comes to light. When they know they're not going to win the league.
If Mel Tucker delivers the wins, this gets brushed under the carpet. But because, him and his Johnson aren't, learning how to put points on the board, he still hasn't figured out how to hire a good offensive coordinator.
But can I say Noah Kim, Big Ten Player of the Week?
If that happens this week against Washington.
Player of the Week, you said that he was a bottom 3 quarterback in the conference.
It was a sympathy vote.
If
Noah Kim
was Big Ten Player of the fucking week,
if he wins Big Ten Player of the Week this week against the Washington Huskies, you can slap a fucking dildo across my face.
I would love nothing more than to do that on camera.
Well, you have my permission because it ain't gonna.
He's probably not gonna do it. But like, look, I mean. Look, this guy's going to get fired. They fired him and then they took it back, right? They fired him and then like, wait a minute, now it's only suspension. Right. We have to go through like due process or something stupid. Like, dude, like this is how dysfunctional Michigan State is. Like, dude, you either fired the guy or you didn't fire him.
This is why
like nothing is going to change.
This is why Luke Fickell turned down the job. Speaking of the FFCC,
so Mel Tucker was the president, and since he's no longer a coach, he is now not the president.
Right, and we're taking
our former president is gone, James Franklin.
Right, true.
So we have to find a president for the fake fucking coaches club. I would like a nomination.
I have it for you. I'm heading out west, back to my old stomping grounds, heading south into the whale's vagina, known as San Diego. I would like to nominate fat fuck Brady Hoke of San Diego State University. Took over arguably the top program in Mountain West for the second time, and slowly they are just disintegrating into just a complete laughingstock. Got rolled by UCLA. They're going to Oregon State, Corvallis. They're going to get absolutely anally gaped by a Mel Tucker-like penis that is Oregon State.
I guess my question is there anyone that thought Brady Hoke was a good coach? I mean, like, to be a fake fucking coaches club, you got to be somebody that people can argue is a good coach.
He won Mountain West Coach of the Year as recently as 2020. So and people still.
I will accept this nomination. I will think about who. It's going to take me a week. I'm going to have to come back with an entire structure, fake fucking coaches clubs, due to Mel Tucker's absolute insanity behavior with a rape survivor. Phone sexting, masturbation, unbelievable shit.
Okay.
This is my fucking favorite team. Can you believe this?
I can. Speaking of I don't even know what to make of this situation. The Goose here was flying high, had an 8-leg parlay, $20 for a $4,000 payout. This guy is looking for LASIK surgery. I literally said, I can't wear fucking contacts anymore. Like my body rejects them. Am I becoming a fucking reptilian overlord? Did the fucking, did I get the shedding from the vaccine? What is going on in my body?
I'm going to say it's the vaccine.
Probably. So this guy trying to get LASIK surgery, literally all I needed was fucking Pitt money line. Pitt money line at home.
Just to win.
Emory Jones and dog shit Cincinnati.
Not even cover
lost half their squad after Luke Fickell leaves. And by the way, this game was on CW. For those of you who didn't catch it, literally CW had their first game of college football. The backdrop behind the announcers.
What the fuck is CW? What is it?
It's One Tree Hill. That's what it is, bro.
Yeah, it's like, isn't that what?
It's Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, that's like what I watched fucking Animaniacs on and shit as a kid. And
well, now they got
reruns of
now they got college football. We have higher production value than they do, Salbops. They had literally a pillowcase as a backdrop behind the announcers. They couldn't even afford freaking graphics. They had a pillowcase. The dudes were wearing polos that had screen printed CW logos. They looked like used car salesmen. It was the most humiliating game ever. By the way, speak about Pitt and how shitty and what an egg that they laid. How much I hate Pat Narduzzi. We got in a Twitter beef, Big Game Boomer on Twitter.
Oh!
He had a graphic about best atmosphere. And to be fair, it's per week. It's not overall. He had
I can't believe
he put Pitt as the best game day atmosphere in the state of Pennsylvania. And I was like, bro, you're out of your fucking mind. Penn State played Delaware. They beat them 63-7. Penn State had 100,000 people there. Pitt is at home against Cincinnati. Major college football program.
Dude, I can't.
The entire upper bowl, there wasn't one person there. There was 35,000 people there.
I can't.
Tell the people as a Steelers fan how little Pitt cares about Pitt football.
I don't know who these people were, and I caught this scrolling through the Twitter feed.
Yeah.
I don't know how, you can. They have the only other explanation is the person who runs that account is the AD at Pitt.
Yeah,
because I will literally get on speakerphone 20 Pitt fans right now that will tell you that's not correct.
It was complete dog shit.
No one cares about that team.
By the way, Phil Jerkovich, hometown hero, comes back after 3 transfers and whatnot, back to Pitt. Bro, he looks horrible. Horrible.
Dude, we've been repping this kid. He fucking sucks. I'm so tired.
But I mean, physically, he looks horrible. Just scrambling for him is painful. His shoulder looks like it can not rotate, past 30 degrees. It's
better
bad.
Start learning Chinese.
What does that have to do with anything?
He's gonna have to go overseas, man. Get a real job or something.
Oh, true. Okay, I got you now. I thought you were talking about the Chinese Red Army invading Pittsburgh or something.
No.
Okay, got it. All right, just
you don't see the fucking memes on Twitter with the NBA and the guys. They're like James Harden, who may not have a team this year, and they're like, better learn Chinese. It's like what you say to guys who are never going to play again.
Gotcha.
I will update you on the new hip shit that I apparently know and you don't.
Yeah, I don't know about it. So, tell the audience your theory about Yao Ming jerseys. I think they'd be very intrigued by it.
They're mandatory to stay alive in World War III.
Yeah.
They are. I mean, like, they
so
really are.
Your theory is that the Chinese Red Army,
Red Army is Russia, right?
I thought China also had a Red Army.
Well, that's their. Anyways, point story.
So China invades the United States. Your plan to get out of being killed or doing slave labor is having a Yao Ming jersey on.
Yeah, because they love him.
Well,
they love him, dude. Listen, they will come in here and they will just mow people down.
Right.
They will get to my house and I will open the door in my Rockets Yao Ming jersey.
Does it have to be unauthentic?
Be like, oh, no, dude, nothing. They just, as long as you have it, get one on eBay. Get a champion one. I'm wearing champion right now. Get a champion one for $10 and just use it in case, shit hits the fan.
Okay, so what if it's Russia? Do I get an Alex Ovechkin jersey?
Yeah.
Then? Okay, so
or Malkin.
Or Malkin. Got it. Okay. I will say,
dude, look,
there is some historical precedence to this, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
look, we've seen this in history. Like, the Germans, even with, in their Holocaust, they're ruthless, right? So they'll just pick people off one by one. They might see somebody do something fucking funny or stupid, and they're like, "Oh, let them go."
Yeah, like I'm like the pianist movie, right? Like that.
Adrian Brody. Yeah, the pianist is a true story. So like, he's about to be killed.
Yeah,
and he starts playing the piano, and the Nazi officer's like, "Damn, bro, you're really good," and lets him live.
There you go.
So my theory is based off that movie. That if you rep Yao Ming, Ovechkin, and Malkin, you are immune from slave labor gulag camps.
I'm literally going on Amazon
would you
right
not
now.
Let someone go?
Yeah, I probably
like if we invaded
would.
some country, like some stupid country,
right?
And you're just mowing people,
Larry
down,
Bird jersey,
and you knock on the door, and some guy comes out in like the most American shit you can
Larry
see, like
Bird.
a Tom Brady Patriots jersey.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo.
Oh yeah,
guys, come here, check this guy out. You got to see this guy.
Dude,
Look at this.
I'm giving him money. I'm not only letting him go. I'm giving him money to have a fucking future.
So gear up and be prepared.
All right, I like it. Leave a 5-star review, guys. Whether you're listening to the podcast, Spotify, Apple, or here on Rumble.
Give us money.
Or here on Rumble. Yeah, you
give us money.
If you are tailing us and you're making money off our picks, there actually is on our
give us money
on our Twitter. There is a button to actually Venmo us some money on Twitter. Our Twitter is @ButterAndHoes. Same for Instagram. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram @ButterAndHoes. And like I said, write a 5-star review. Write some kind of sentences about what you like about this show, whether it's on Rumble, Spotify, Apple. Give us a review. We appreciate it big time.
Even if it's 99 cents, even if it's $1.
Even if it's $1,
seriously, if it's $1,
we will.
That's a Dave single at Wendy's.
That's a Dave single.
Feed us.
Sal Babs wants it bad. All right, Sal Babs, let's move on to buying calls, buying puts.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I am a degenerate gambler. We are currently doing this show in my 93-year-old grandfather's basement.
That's why we need money.
Don't listen to a damn thing that I say, but I will say, even though I'm not a financial advisor, and you should not listen to anything that I'm about to say.
No.
Dude, Bitcoin's about to fucking crash. FTX is being liquidated as we speak. News release came across today. In addition, the Binance.US CEO has officially left the company. 1/3 of their labor force has been laid off. And the CEO of Binance, the world's biggest crypto exchange internationally, the CEO is basically sounding like Sam Bankman-Fried while selling off his assets. So if you're looking for something to short this shit out of crypto and get ready to buy it up when everybody says it's completely gone. It will not. It is here to stay. But get ready, baby, because I think the crash is coming. All right, Sal Baps, I'm buying a call. Texas is back. Hook 'em horns, baby. Because while Texas is taking us to space, the University of Texas football team is back to rule the world. They can stop the run. They have more weapons at wideout than your local 1990 Soviet Union nuclear flea market. And Quinn Ewers gave up his mullet for Jesus and passed for 349 yards in Tuscaloosa.
Is that why he did that?
Against Nick Saban's defensive backs.
Did he convert to Christianity? That's why he did that?
He didn't convert. He just, got more serious.
Cleaned up.
The mullet.
I heard he was a little bit of a
although
partier.
Yeah, I would be too if I was the number one recruit in the country. To be fair, the mullet was kind of more Jesus-y than he is now. Clean shit. He's more like Roman centurion now, so it's actually anti-Jesus by
I
shaving
don't
the head.
understand how like the whole 1950s like boomer Christianity conservative movement was like clean cut, have to shave. I mean, even like at the school you went to, like no facial hair had to be trimmed. But like all of these disciples and Jesus himself literally rocked the most like wild, luscious hair that you could ever see.
True.
Like, isn't that like not the right thing to do? Like, what? I don't. You know what I mean? Are you getting what I'm saying?
I do. Yeah. Let it go. Let it fro.
It's like, yeah. I mean, like, I don't see how like being clean shaven has anything to do with like what you believe in or not believe in. But yet, you got to time travel with Marty McFly back to the 50s and ask these principals why they're so mad about facial hair.
Nevertheless, speaking of clean shaven, that is Texas's win-loss record, giving Sark the signature win. Sal Baps.
They are only 1-1 against
been searching
the spread,
for.
though. They are only 1-1 against the spread. But
true, still winning.
Week
to Tuscaloosa.
1, we can't really fucking give a shit about because it's week 1. So
Sal Baps, who you buying a call on?
I'm buying a call on Miami.
Tell me why.
Because they peaked a little bit. I think they peaked. I mean, they have a tough schedule coming up. The ACC is really, really, really good. Do you really believe in this? Do you really believe in what's going on?
So you're not buying you're buying a put. A put means you think they're going down.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm buying a call on Miami.
Oh, you're buying a call on Miami. You can tell Sal Baps is an absolute avid stock trader.
I'm on too much cold medicine. My allergies are killing me.
Okay, so tell me why you think Miami, you're buying a call on them.
I will buy a call in Miami because it might be fake, dude. It might be fake.
Okay, then you're buying a put.
I'm going to buy a put on Miami.
Jesus, okay.
I'm going to buy a put on Miami. I think it peaked. They were, 5-7 last year? Right? They're 5-7 last year?
I believe so, yeah.
Not a bowl team.
Good math.
We saw this disastrous defensive situation for Texas A&M. Not great. I think I'm going to go with a little bit of a put there on Miami because I think there's a lot of hype now on this team, and I want to see it in October, November. I think this is your typical when teams that are name brands like Miami, Texas, and these brand schools go 2-0, they're like automatically ranked in the top 25. It was a good win, but I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm optimistic on Miami. I love those offensive linemen that they got maturing down there. I think give them another month or two, provide they stay healthy. The team's only gonna get better.
I mean, but they may get better as a team, but look who they're gonna play soon, though. I mean, this is like we talked about how good this league is. Like,
speaking of leagues,
what's your expectation for Miami? Like, what's their expectation? It's obviously not national championship, right?
Not yet, but it will be. So it will be very soon. Speaking of leagues, though, I'm going to buy a put, which means it's going down.
I know what they are.
I'm buying a put on the SEC because the SEC still blows. A&M got railed by Miami. Just talked about that. Tulane played Ole Miss tough with a backup quarterback. I mean, how do you go in there as Ole Miss and Michael Pratt isn't playing and you don't absolutely just destroy that team? I was high on Ole Miss coming in. I still do like Lane Kiffin. I'm calling fake on Ole Miss. Tennessee only beat Austin Peay. Sal Baps 30-13. Vandy lost at Wake. Wake covered that game. Kentucky only beat Eastern Kentucky. Eastern fucking Kentucky 28-17. And Mississippi State Yo, they got lucky. They should have lost to Arizona at home. And Auburn, the one game that you lost in your pick six.
One game, it was bullshit.
Auburn only beat Cal 14-10.
14-10.
It was in Berkeley, but still.
It's one of the worst games I've ever watched, by the way.
Terrible. Suffice to say, Georgia is king, and the rest of the teams in the SEC are peasants.
That was very good, by the way.
Thank you.
Very, very good.
I used to write a little bit in Hollywood until I just had too much boss cock in me.
Until everyone had to be trans.
Yeah, until I was literally asking people if they were black and trans. Literally.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay, so speaking of, you're going to buy a call thinking it's going to go up. Who are you buying a call on?
I'm buying a call on Notre Dame.
Notre Dame,
man.
Okay.
I was very critical of them. I didn't like the hire at head coach with Freeman. I wasn't really sure. I thought it was a little bit woke. Every time I watch them, man, they impress me, dude. I mean, I know it's kind of like cringy and square to be like, yo, Notre Dame's good, because like a lot of the public, thinks that every year, even when they're not good.
Right.
But in terms of gambling, dude, I mean, they're 2-0 against the spread. They went into a territory that there was a lot of people on NC State, like a lot of, gamblers that I know and respect, and people even just on TV, like Game Day, etc. I actually believe Pat McAfee himself picked NC State to win that game outright.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I think Notre Dame is going to beat Ohio State.
Dude, Notre Dame's fucking good, man.
Notre Dame's going to beat Ohio State.
Notre Dame is good. Yeah, I mean, we're going to get into it. I mean, I don't
know if you saw. Typically, I don't like bets that Portnoy makes, especially in college football. He doesn't have the best track record.
You don't want to tell anybody at Barstool ever.
He had a great bet, though, today. Sam Hartman, I believe, right now for Heisman is plus 2,000.
That's a fucking great bet.
And basically, his rationale was when Notre Dame beats Ohio State, that's going to be cut in half.
Dude. If you're ever going to do it, you got to do it today.
Do it right now.
But I actually agree with him on that. I mean, we like Barstool. I'm just saying, like, their handicappers aren't exactly geniuses. I mean, it's more of entertainment. But where we give you entertainment and winning bets. And they win. Check the record.
17-7.
Send us money. So anyway, back to their name. Yeah, I'm putting in a call. I think they're fucking good.
Okay.
And you know me, I'm not really big on them. I don't usually jerk them off.
Nope.
But here we are.
Here we are.
And
just
you're,
skiing away
in this dungeon.
Mia Khalifa,
Notre Dame,
2018. Jenna Jameson, 1999. Bonnie Rodden, 2019. Who's hot right now? Who's the hot it girl?
No idea what you're talking about.
It's probably it's some OnlyFans girl. It has to be, undoubtedly. All right, Sal Babs. Speaking of jerk offs, let's talk about cringe right and woke left. I believe you were telling me Joe Biden made some 9/11 comments. What were those comments exactly?
I have two for you. I actually have a cringe right for you as well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We'll start with Joe Biden actually said...
He literally just left his microphone. He's laughing.
He said he was at Ground Zero on September 11th in his speech that he gave. He said he was there.
Like literally at...
He said he was like, yeah, I was there. Like he wasn't there.
He was probably in D.C. or Delaware.
Right, he wasn't there. He said he was there.
When is Joe Biden in New York City? When is Scranton Joe in New York City?
He said he was at Ground. He was like, yeah, I was there when it happened. And like everyone's like, what?
Yeah, I highly doubt that. I'm
going to pull it up for you as I give you my cringe right as well.
Okay.
Lauren Boebert. What's her name? Boebert. She was physically removed.
Oh, I saw this. Yeah.
From a Denver theater,
Beetlejuice,
watching Beetlejuice with her Democrat boyfriend.
Oh, he's a
who
Dem?
She divorced her husband with what? How many kids? 100?
Yeah, she had a lot of. Wait. She divorced that dude she had the bar with. You're telling me she divorced him?
She is divorced with him, and she's now dating a Democrat.
Yo, did you see how smoking hot she looked, though? Like, she looked legitimately hot as she was like, I get it, she's a crackpot, don't get me wrong, but like she was looking pretty smoking hot.
She was vaping in the theater like just blowing clouds, and then threw this huge hissy fit when they threw her out.
I saw that she
and
was,
like you have to know like you're high profile, and everyone in Denver hates you since it's like super woke there.
right. They're looking for a reason to hate you. Don't give them that reason.
Right, and she just totally goes about her business, just blowing clouds, and her Democrat boyfriend could not save her.
Embarrassing. Or as
I think it's cringe right. It's cringe right.
Cringe right. Okay. Was that it? Or you said you had another one as well.
No, that was my cringe right.
Oh, that was the
I want
cringe
to
right.
find and play this Joe Biden clip because it was fucking insane.
Okay, you look for that. I have a cringe right moment. It's football season, which means that conservatives can stop caring about things like the Constitution, freedom, First, Second Amendment, all those things, because it's football season. And while we are a football podcast, we love college football, we love gambling, all those things. Guys, it does not take precedent over us literally losing our rights. I mean, there's literally people who are making memes about the election, and they're being sentenced to jail for like 10, 15 years.
It's pretty wild.
This is a real thing, a real fucking thing.
It's really wild.
So my thing is, love football, love this time of year, but don't lose your fucking, because these hardcore leftist woke libs, there is no off season for them. They live for this time of year, knowing that we're all drinking, fucking Miller Lite, betting on the Colorado game. So my advice is keep your eyes on the prize, or freedom dies.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the eyes on the prize is we know what it is, and I feel like every time football comes back, it's like conservatives just kind of like cave to the woke mob and are like, well, I'm not going to go speak my mind on this because I got to set my fantasy lineup with my fucking retard friends and watch, Monday Night Football and shit. It's like you can do both.
You can do both.
Like we can defeat globalism and still watch and bet football.
All right. Well, you find the Biden clip later.
Well, I'm not going to find it, but I did remember to bring this up. So, I wanted to tell you this. There is a Democrat running for a seat in Virginia who literally had an OnlyFans and was letting her boy toy just plow her on camera.
Who is it? I want to vote for her. I'm crossing.
Look it up. Look up Susan Virginia.
Susan Virginia.
That's not her name, but that's what we'll call her.
Susan Virginia. Okay.
Susan Virginia OnlyFans. Look it up.
Okay, I'm on it. All right, Salbabs, keeping it going here. We're keeping the momentum. Like I said, we are Lil Wayne hot here. We are Firemen 17-7 on the season. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ButterAndHoes. 5-star. Salbabs, take us to your pick six.
Yeah, I mean, so first one off the bat is I tend to like teams that just give me money. Kansas State gives me money. They give me money. They're 2-0 against the spread. They covered the past two games. They covered last week. We took them in a game that, the SMU doesn't suck, right? Like, they don't suck.
No, Preston Stone was like a top 150 recruit.
So anyways, Kansas State, -4.5 at Missouri. Don't love it. I'm going off trends here specifically because Kansas State has given us cash. The next play, our boys, cheer, cheer for old Notre Dame. Da, 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 da. Anyway, so we're going with Notre Dame -34. And I know you're going to say, like, they got Ohio State next week. They're not going to care. Trust me, Notre Dame is going to run their shit.
Sorry, I'm looking right now.
I told you. I fucking told you.
She's pretty hot, dude. Susanna Gibson.
She is about to control our lives.
Well, she can control me all she wants.
No, resist.
Oh my God, literally the
How can they do this shit? Why are they allowed to?
The freebeacon.com, cocksure Virginia Democrat slams media for, dude, she's literally getting plowed out, doggy.
I told you.
Oh my God.
She's going to win.
Dude, look at that. Look at that.
I can't believe this is real.
Dude, that guy looks like fucking 1999 Peter North plowing her out. Maybe it is Peter North.
He does look pretty cool.
Oh my God. Man. All right, keep going. Sorry.
Really
I was occupied by Susanna Gibson.
Really good looking guy. Yeah, Susanna Virginia. Is who we will call her. Susanna Virginia. Anyways, yeah, so we're going with Notre Dame again. That's 2.
Okay.
Our next play, which was an add-on because we had a neutral boss cock lock. So anyways,
the boss cock lock is always
this play
always
is
neutral.
UNC
Okay.
-7. I know the criticism. Oh, they look like shit last game. They barely won. They should have lost. You can't get in trouble with transitive property theory in football because you can't just be like, oh, you only beat this team by so much, so like you can't cover this game. There are two teams in the Big Ten I fucking do not like. I think they're bad. It's Minnesota and Nebraska. They play football that's built for 2002.
Yeah.
North Carolina, even if they struggle, they will outscore this team. And I'll tell you this right now. If you don't even like UNC, say you don't want to lay that, UNC first half's viable. Because if they get up, they're going to get up. Right?
Yeah.
And you shorten the line.
Yeah.
But my play will be on the full game -7.
Okay.
Next play.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Next play, and we're going to continue with this trend of they give us money. Yes, they didn't cover the other week. I get it. Duke -18.5 against Northwestern in Duke. What is Vegas thinking here? What the fuck is this line?
It's pure bananas. Like,
I don't get this.
Like last week, I can understand the come down from Clemson.
This is crazy.
This is nuts.
This is not a real line. It's a real line, though. Now, it has gone up. You guys may see 19. I had 18.5. I locked it in. I don't see how Northwestern scores more than 10 points in this game. Do you see how that's possible?
Absolutely not. No.
So we're going with Duke. And so there's two ACC teams that I'm putting in here on my plays that did not cover last week. But, however, we cannot get caught up in transitive property theories. We have to move forward. The way is the way. Correct?
The way's the way.
The way's the way, dude. We got to do this. Virginia Tech at Rutgers, we will discuss later. My final play is going to be Oregon -37 against Hawaii in Oregon. And here's another one. A lot of sharps and a lot of you guys that have gambling experience, you're not going to like it. Tell them why. Tell them what they already know. Why don't they like this bet?
I'm sorry. I was looking at my.
He's still looking at Susan, Virginia. By the way,
literally.
He's still. I gotta watch where his hands are at. He's still looking at Susan, Virginia.
What game are we talking about?
We're talking about Oregon and Hawaii, and people are not going to like it because Oregon's playing Colorado next week, and they're going to be like, whoa. But is there any way that Oregon doesn't cover this?
No.
There's no way.
Yeah, no. Oregon's going to rail Hawaii.
And this is going to be another game that we saw with Butch Jones the other way. This is going to be a joke.
Yeah, no. Oregon is going to rail Hawaii like Susan, Virginia, for sure.
My last play, it's a Thursday night bet. Memphis -14 hosting Navy, our gay Navy that we have.
Yes.
It's going to get blown up by Chinese military parachuters.
Okay.
I mean, Navy's so woke now, dude. Like, they're just so woke and corny. They suck, first off. I mean, our Navy is not the Navy.
Can you trust Memphis to deliver that?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that's Sal Bapp's pick 6.
So to recap that, Memphis -14.
Yep.
Kansas State -4.5. UNC -7. Duke -18.5. Oregon -37. You're up.
I like it. All right, starting off here, I am going with the Florida State Seminoles on the road at Boston College Eagles. Sal Baps, do you know that Boston College almost lost to Holy Cross last week?
Yeah, I did.
Do you know that there's actually reports that the Holy Cross players were talking shit on Boston College, being like, "This is embarrassing that like you're."
I saw that.
That you're even allowing us to be in the game with you.
Yeah, man.
You're telling me you're going to give me a Florida State team that is a legitimate top 10 team going up to Boston College, where these guys almost lost to Holy Cross, and basically all I need to happen is 4 TDs, 2 touchdowns each half. I'm taking it.
I mean, dude, I love it. I mean, look, dude, look at the common theme here. Look what we're doing here. What are we doing? We're taking ACC teams.
Yeah, we are.
We're laying wood.
Laying wood, just like Susanna, Virginia.
Like that guy in the video.
like Peter,
Susan,
like Peter North 2.0. Next one here. Call me a homer, but I'm sorry. I'm going Penn State -14.5. I was over the team over of 30.5. That's now gone to 31.5. I still like that, but I think I'm gonna go with the Penn State -14.5. Look. Illinois is the biggest disappointment in the Big Ten this year, not named Ohio State. And they got railed last week by Kansas. Not saying that Kansas isn't a good team. Jalen Daniels is dynamic. But the Kansas defensive line, Sal Babs, JUCOs. There was fucking JUCO kids on that line, and they were having their way.
It's essentially Kutztown kids.
Yeah.
Like for real. This is no bullshit.
Like D2 kids were having their way with a Brett Bielema coached offensive line. I don't understand it.
Dude, lay it then. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. Penn State, Drew Allard looks like the real deal. Hopefully Singleton can get it going this week. I think he may.
He still had a couple touchdowns, though.
3. I'm taking Penn State minus 14.5 until Penn State plays Michigan. Unless Vegas catches up, I'm rolling with my Nittany Lions. Next game here, I'm copying Sal Babs because I love this game so much too. I'm sorry, but a pick's a pick. Money's money. I'm going Duke minus 18.5.
You got to take this. Everyone in the world should take this.
This Duke offensive side of the ball, you remember me talking about it. I love Riley Leonard. They've returned 11 starters on that side of the ball. Mike Elko is can we just say this right now? I'm saying this. If you're Texas A&M, you have all that money, you have all that access to those players. I get it. The fans are psycho. They have, such an exaggerated view, but they can be that good. They really can be. 100,000 plus people go to Kyle Field. Crazy fan support. Texas A&M, get rid of Jimbo Fisher.
It's a top 7 venue in the country.
It is, if you're talking about a noon kickoff, the best venue in the country.
It's fucking great.
Mike Elko, former Texas A&M defensive coordinator, needs to be the hire.
I'm going back home to the place that I belong, Texas A&M.
I don't know if that's the song, but let's go with it. Sure.
Jimbo. No,
yeah,
dude, fuck those guys, dude. I mean, seriously, Jimbo sucks.
All right, next play here.
I put him in the club, right? He's in, right?
Oh, Jimbo?
Yeah.
Oh, God, he needs to be president. What are we thinking?
He actually is the president.
What are we doing?
Now the president.
He's been elected. There we go. All right.
Without an election, he's been appointed.
We're all on favorites. That's about to change because my next matchup here, and you're going to hear more about this shortly in the Poontang Parlay, I'm all over Georgia Tech plus 18.5. Going to Ole Miss. Ole Miss should have lost that game last week against Tulane. I am not impressed with this Ole Miss squad. Brent Key, ever since he took over this squad midway last year, Georgia Tech's been a covering machine. Georgia Tech should have beat Louisville week 1 in Atlanta. I think 18.5 is way too big of a line. I wouldn't be surprised if Georgia Tech actually upsets Ole Miss, especially Ole Miss look-ahead game. Alabama is next week, and we know Lane Kiffin, more than anything in the world, wants to be the Alabama head coach. It's why he turned down Auburn.
Oh, my God, you're right.
Next play. Speaking about my hatred for Pat Narduzzi, Cincinnati ran the ball on this vaunted Pitt defensive line all day, every day. What do you think is going to happen when a West Virginia offensive line led by Doug Nestor legitimately moved Penn State? CJ Donaldson is a fucking tank at running back. I am taking, you're telling me I can get minus 115 right now for just West Virginia money line at home. I'm taking West Virginia money line all day. This line is starting to move like crazy. I'm locking in right now. West Virginia money line at home against Pitt.
Where's that line moved? Where's it moved?
It's now, depending upon the book, you're looking at West Virginia is actually on FanDuel. It's minus 1.5. On Barstool, it's still pick 'em.
Okay, so maybe by kickoff you'd get West Virginia might be like -2 at that point, but we might see sharps get some like
it could be -3. It could be -3.
Get some Gabe Edson and bet Pitt.
I'm getting my gay bet is Pitt money line.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, West Virginia money line. Next one here. I'm all over Wyoming plus 29.5. This line's starting to move at some books too, but there's still 29.5 available. You're telling me a Wyoming team that beat Texas Tech, a Texas Tech team that just should have lost to Oregon by 1. You're telling me a Texas team that, while very good, okay, I'm still saying Alabama may be tiny bit overrated with Jalen Milroe there.
Tiny bit. They fucking suck. The team sucks.
I'm saying
Alabama's horrible.
I wouldn't be surprised if we're going into the fourth quarter in Austin and Matthew McConaughey is there is going, all right. I think my boys need to get their shit together here because we may lose to those Wyoming Cowboys because Wyoming is going into Austin. And they're not going to win, but they are going to cover.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Look, we look like idiots right now because we kind of jerked Texas off this entire show. I took Sark out of the fake coaches club and everything, and now we're fading them.
Well, no, I think Wyoming's this is the classic come down game. You have such a huge.
Look, this is a dangerous week. People need to be very careful. You have a lot of look ahead games and a lot of come down games.
Yeah,
I am boldly like Mel Gibson, Braveheart, charging at the look ahead games with Oregon and Notre Dame, because I don't fucking care. These teams are better than them. They should cover anyways, but just be careful.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a gay board, right? This is a gay board.
Gay board. This is my LGBTIQ
It's a gay board.
So to recap, Florida State minus 25.5, Penn State minus 14.5, Duke minus 18.5, and then Georgia Tech plus 18.5, West Virginia money line, and the Wyoming Cowboys plus 29.5. Those are my pick 6.
All right, we going with the Mike Leach play here.
Yeah,
you ready?
All right, the Mike Leach, 0 fucks given. I'm passing the ball on every down. I'm voting for Donald Trump over the week.
Yeah, it's the Rams and Buffaloes.
It is Colorado and Colorado State. The Colorado.
I actually cannot wait to watch this game.
I actually cannot wait to watch this game as well.
This game is going to be closer than people think.
So this line has moved. What's the best line we can get right now?
Let's check it out.
Because we were looking at 59.5. Oh fuck, it's 61.5.
You know what? That's kind of a good thing.
Okay, we're locking in right now for purposes of this video. 61.5.
Yeah,
it's probably going to move even more.
It will probably go up.
Colorado State scored 24 points opening week.
We can get 60.5.
Okay, 60.5. We're taking 60.5. Colorado State scored 24 points on Washington State week 1. Pretty good. Even better, though, when you consider the backup quarterback, redshirt freshman, came in there. He scored all those points, and if it was in the fourth quarter, it was like the quarter and a half. Kid's looking good. Jay Norvell, ex-Nevada coach there, has the air raid, knows how to coach good offensive football. They got some receivers in the portal, improved the offensive line, and then we know Colorado is just fucking sauce.
Yeah, dude, this is going to be a fun game, man. Rivalry game.
Let me ask you this question, because we're all over the over, and I do think that's the correct play. Do you think, I think the line's, 21.5? Do you think Colorado covers that?
I think it's going to be close. We're just for, like, on the record, we're not taking a side, like, in a play, but, like, off the record, I would lean towards Colorado State with the points.
I would too. I'm not going to pick that. I'm not putting any money on that.
Is off the record, no actual play, but I would lean Colorado State.
It may be
I think this is going to be a good game, and it's another look-ahead game, but it's like a rivalry at the same time.
Yeah.
It has all the makeups for Colorado State to possibly win.
No, get out of here. Get out of here.
They win?
No, they don't win. No.
Can they win?
No,
probably not, but they could cover.
They could cover.
All
right, that's our Mike Leach over the week. Sal Baps, you told me you had a special for our boss cock lock. You had a special surprise for me.
I did, and then we asked it before the show, so we're not even going to tell them what it is.
Oh, it was that. Okay, never mind.
What I did was bring us a box that we will open every week.
Okay,
you
didn't tell me about that.
The boss cock lock. We are 1-1 on the season, but last week was bullshit.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
It was bullshit. They just totally fucking shut it down.
Yeah.
It's our fault. We should have given you
first
the
half.
over the yeah, that's our bad, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
As we proceed to the boss cock lock.
I think you're opening.
It is.
I feel like
show them.
I feel like Vanna.
Show them.
I feel like Vanna White right now.
Show them.
By the way, New Wheel of Fortune. Ryan Seacrest is the host.
Why is the guy still around?
Can we get a smoke show as the new Vanna White? Can we get like an OnlyFans girl as
That's probably what. Get Susan Virginia to do it.
Yeah.
Show them.
Rutgers minus 6.5.
This is where if you gave us money, we'd be playing the Sopranos theme song right now on a soundboard.
Dude, I am traveling to, it's Piscataway, right?
Piscataway, New Jersey.
I am going to, it's like an energy something name stadium, I believe.
Who cares what it is?
It's like, yeah, they get no people there, but that's going to change. Stop apps. I was down in the Seaside Heights boardwalk, all just the degenerate, Italians, your cousins were hanging out there.
Dude, I fit in more in New Jersey than I do in PA.
You definitely do. There was Rutgers, paraphernalia and logos and Greg Schiano, jerk off stands everywhere on Seaside Heights.
It's a low key. They fuck with that school.
They fuck with that school. Rutgers, Schiano is tough in the Big Ten, but let's be honest. He's building something slowly here. And I don't think Vegas or the national media has caught up to Kirk Soraka, moved from Minnesota, ex-Penn State offensive coordinator. That didn't work out, but working there with Schiano once again there in Jersey, and it's working out. Schiano is getting always a good defensive coach. Listen, this Virginia Tech squad, this pains me to say this because Brent Pry was a longtime Penn State staffer. He's the most solid dude in the world. This Virginia Tech squad is not coached very well, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Allie Jennings, top wide receiver, is out for this game. Grant Wells, by the way, is questionable. In practice today, he was dressed, but he was limited and is officially listed as questionable. I like this game if Grant Wells plays -6.5 at home. If Grant Wells...
They're leaning towards him not playing. If this is a good line.
If he doesn't play, put the mortgage on Rutgers -6.5.
I will never tell you to do that, but you could.
I'm telling you.
If he tells you,
the Chinese Red Army.
Kill him if you do that.
BlackRock is going to own your home in 5 years anyways. You need to make money right now. You need to put the mortgage on Rutgers -6.5.
Yeah, I mean, look, dude, we looked at this board, and I know we just sit here, but we do talk about this shit for hours and hours, starting literally Sunday morning. This was the play that we were like, dude, how the fuck does this not hit?
Yeah.
I mean, Rutgers was being no respect.
No respect.
They were getting steamed down, sharps, putting their gay bets in on Temple.
Yep.
Getting this line down to 7. What happens? Rutgers wins by 3.5 touchdowns.
Yep.
No respect.
No respect.
This is more no respect. And we know that Jersey doesn't like that shit.
They don't like that shit. By the way, did you see Edie Falco at the Jets game?
I did.
Dude, I miss James Gandolfini so much.
Man, what a... Man, it's just a shame.
It's just a fucking shame.
One of the greatest actors of all time, played the role perfectly, naturally played the role. He's a Jersey guy. It wasn't hard for him to do. You put that with a director like David Chase, and we get a show that you can watch 100 times. Still holds up to this day. It's actually impressive how well it holds up compared to other shows that started in 1999.
Absolutely impressive. But not as impressive as what I'm about to give you right now. Sal Baps.
Uh-oh.
I got some...
We have some wardrobe changes.
I'm putting on my crazy gear.
I'm scared.
It's about to get crazy with the Poontang Parlay.
Idiot, this guy.
Sal Baps, play number 1. Already talked about it. My Penn State Nittany Lions. I'm doing this on FanDuel, by the way. They are the only ones who allow you to do stupid shit like this, really, as far as major books go.
And then they'll never let you cash the money
and never let me cash it out. So that's what we're doing here. Penn State, -14.5. I love my Nittany Lions. Rutgers, -6.5. Duke, -18.5. Oregon State. We talked about Brady Hoke and how this dude should be in the FFCC.
He is.
Oregon State is only -24.5 at home.
That's fucking bullshit.
UCLA beat San Diego State by 25 at San Diego State. There's no way you're going to Corvallis and keeping it under 4 touchdowns. I'm all over Oregon State -24.5.
I love that.
Next play. I'm sorry, Sal Baps. I got to do it. I'm taking Big Dick Michael Penix to come in, literally, and impregnate Michigan State Stadium because Washington is going to run.
I think Michigan State wins outright.
You're absolutely insane.
I think they win the game.
Okay, if Michigan State beats Washington, you can slap me in the face with a fucking dildo as well. How about that?
I'm going to do a lot of shit to you.
Okay, well, I'm all over Washington, -16.5. No way in hell. Don't let this crackhead, tell you otherwise.
I think Michigan State wins.
There's no way.
Mark D'Antonio is on the sideline.
Yeah, I'm going Washington.
That's like the Barry Alvarez, Wisconsin situation.
I may do a separate bet and do Washington -20.5, actually. Next play here. Fuck, I hate to do it. For on FanDuel, I'm getting West Virginia -1.5.
It's going up. Just fucking.
I'm doing it. Pit blows. I'm doing it. Next one here. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for anything.
On this platinum Poontang parlay.
Platinum.
I'm taking Georgia Tech money line +640 at Ole Miss. I'm doing it.
Dude, that ruins their season.
I'm doing
They
it.
lose this.
The plus 640 for a team that I think is going to keep within a touchdown on a parlay like this. I'm absolutely rolling Georgia Tech money line. Next play, Wyoming plus 28.5 here on FanDuel. Florida State minus 26.5. I'm getting here. Next one here, I'm going to take your Kansas State Wildcats. I'm going to money line
Dude,
it.
they are my team.
I'm going to money line it. I do think they cover if I had to swing that way.
A little bit of a gay bet.
Yeah, it's minus 192. That's not too gay. That's that's like you'd suck Brad Pitt's dick gay. It's just a tiny bit gay. Next one here, we are going to take UConn money line at home against FIU. That's a gay bet.
That's straight.
That's a RuPaul Drag Race gay bet.
That's a RuPaul gay bet.
Next one here, Western Kentucky plus 29.5. They're at Ohio State. I think Western Kentucky keeps us within 3 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns and a hook, basically. That's way too many points for an Ohio State squad that talk about quarterback issues, and they're almost as bad as Alabama right now. Kyle McCord's been announced as starter.
I mean, they're not cool.
And then I'm doing the Colorado over here in FanDuel. It's 61.5. I'll still fuck with it. And then my last play,
inflation. I got it at 60.5.
That's Bidenomics right
Joe
there.
Biden did that.
And then my last play here on this Platinum Poontang parlay, I'm going San Jose State. I've been on them all year. Once again, I'm going to pick them. They're on the road at Toledo. They're getting 7.5. I'm taking San Jose State plus 7.5. I think San Jose State may win this game outright. I think they definitely cover, though. I do like this squad a lot. They've been playing Oregon State.
Imagine being the guy who your parlay comes down to that game.
Yeah.
What casino or bar even carries that game?
Well, I mean, I literally tried watching San Jose State at our local casino last year. It was Fox.
I was there.
Yeah, it was Fox Sports.
They were like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, they're like, who's San Jose State?
This guy came in at 1:30 in the morning.
I came from a bachelorette party.
From doing what he does at the parties.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there with two of our
stripper.
buddies, so fucking mad because we had taken the Padres and they had lost.
Yeah.
And you come in and just start screaming at the bartender.
Yeah. Put on San Jose State right now.
San Jose State. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And we look it up. It's Fox Sports 2. And they're like, what the fuck is Fox Sports 2?
That's their issue.
I would just buy if it came down to that bet, I would just buy out.
I'm not buying
cash out.
I want $250,000. Sal Babs, tell the people. Did I not just place the bet? Did I not just place the bet?
It's there, yeah.
$15 for odds of plus. I can't even read the number. It's 1698117. That's pretty high. But $15 in that Platinum Poontang parlay.
It's a platinum version.
Pays out $254,717.63. Bulakacha.
I mean, look, people. He's gotten fucking close to these, believe it or not. I've been there.
I'm going to do it one day.
He's gotten he's as dumb as you may think it is. I have literally seen him a game away twice from life-changing money, but we're apparently not allowed to have that.
Apparently not, but you know what? That's going to change.
Now, because you're going to give it to us. Donate to the show.
You're not going to give us $250,000, but I am going to hit this platinum.
No one might, though.
God willing, I'm going to hit this platinum Poontang parlay, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the juice, feeling the vibes. Let's go. I'm ready. Sabap, 17-7 on the season.
Yeah,
Can you believe it?
We are.
Is it the microphone covers? Is that what made us go 5-1 last week?
No, I think as dumb as we are, we're not. We're like really smart, dumb people.
Really smart, dumb people. I like that.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah. If we were in a pool of dumb people, we're Bill Gates.
Yeah, like we're really smart, dumb, poor people. Like in a sense.
Well, fuck that, because my Marb puts are printing, and baby, we are moving on up just like the Jeffersons. Sal Baps, closing words. Anything you wanted to get off your chest?
No, sorry for the constant burping. I ate a giant bowl of pasta before I came here.
Wow.
So I was constantly like regurgitating into this microphone.
So the super Italian guy had pasta before he drove here from South Philly.
As cliche as that sounds, that's actually exactly what I did. I had a giant bowl of pasta, and my acid reflex is worse than Tony Soprano.
I'm a little surprised you didn't have a 1990s NBA jersey on right now, but it's okay. We'll
Look, I
forgive
went
you
with
for
the
it.
champion. That's still a little cool.
Well,
you know?
no, champion's way cool now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude, the champion's expensive now.
Yeah, it's like $30 a Boscov's. I was looking at it the other day. What the fuck's going on, man? Bidenomics. All right, guys. Like I said, leave that 5-star review. If you're on Spotify, Apple, or Rumble, write something, leave us a good review. We appreciate you big time. Also, Twitter and Instagram at ButterHoes. Say your prayers, take your vitamins, grow your own food, and make that bread and butter them hoes. Oh, yeah, I didn't even throw a flag this episode. Wow.
A penalty-free show.
Holy shit.
What a great crew.